Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our grammar section. Now the first part of our grammar section is kinds of sentences. Friends, you are quite aware about the sentences. Do you know what is the meaning of sentence? Sentence is what? Actually, sentence is a group of words. We can say that sentences are the group of meaningful words. Just a simple one. Okay? Now the kinds of sentences. How many are the kinds? How many are the types of the sentences? Let us see one by one. The first one, friends, the first is assertive sentence. First one is assertive sentence. Second is interrogative sentence. Then the third one is imperative sentence. And the fourth is exclamatory sentence. Now let us explain it one by one clearly. Friends, the first one is assertive sentence. It is also called as a statement. In assertive sentence, what happened? Assertive sentence is nothing but just the statement. It is in the form of subject, verb and agreement. If you know the formulas, it is S plus V plus O in this form. Assertive sentences have its two types. First one is affirmative sentence. The second one is negative sentence. Affirmative and negative, these are the two types of the assertive sentence. Both are the statements, but one is positive, another one is negative. For example, we can say that he is rich. It is assertive, but in assertive it is affirmative one. And the negative is what? Negative sentence. It indicates with the words like no, not, never, nothing. He is rich, he is not rich, just the simple negative one. But while making negative sentence of affirmative without changing the meaning, it is he is rich, he is not poor. Okay, understand? Assertive. Now the second sentence, it is interrogative sentence. Interrogative is what? It is the question. We can ask question with two different ways. Interrogative sentences are also of two types. One is WH question. Second is verbal question or SNO type question. Assertive sentences, interrogative sentences, it begins with WH questions, with WH words. What is your name? Who are you? These are the interrogative. And the verbal sentences are also called as SNO type questions. It begins with the helping verbs. For example, are you happy? Is she married? These are the examples of interrogative. Third one is imperative sentences. Imperative, it is just a command. These sentences are very easy to identify because it begins with the main verb. Sit down, stand up, open the door. These all are the examples of imperative sentences. And the last one is exclamatory sentences. Exclamatory sentences, it also begins with what and how. These are the words which indicate the exclamation. At the last of the sentence, there is exclamation mark. In the same way, in the interrogative sentences, though it may be WH or it may be verbal, question mark is used at the end of the sentence. Here in exclamatory, exclamation mark is used. These are the identification of sentences. Friends, while learning the grammar, we have to use these different kinds of sentences. So we must know the sentence, what is sentence and what are these types. These are the general definitions the general ways which I told you about that kinds of sentences. We can say the types also. There are 4 types. One is assertive one. Assertive has 2 types. One is affirmative. Second is negative. Then interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence, it has also 2 types. One is WH question, which begins with WH word, and second is verbal question, which begins with SNO type question, which begins with helping verbs. It begins with helping verbs. Do you know how many are the helping verbs? There are 24 helping verbs, yeah, and it has been classified as to be, to do, to have, and the remaining are the modal auxiliary. To be is verb, am is are was were. These are the to be's helping verb. To do's helping verbs. Do, does, did. These are the to do's verb. To have, has, had. Friends, am is are was were, have, has, had, do, does, did. These 11 are the verbs. Remaining 13, it is called as the modal auxiliaries. They are shall, will, should, would, can, could, may, might, must, ought, used, need, dare. Our sentence, our question begins with one of these verbs. Third one is imperative, which begins with main verb, and the last one is exclamatory. Exclamatory sentence can begin with what and how, and it also begins with exclamatory word. Few are the words which shows the exclamations. For example, oh, ah, alas, etc., etc. Okay? Stop.